Well, good morning, good afternoon, and of course, good evening, traders from across the globe. Welcome to my 2604th edition of Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar Carboni. Traders, great video about this. Well, great charts in this video. I don't know if it's going to be a great video by any means, but it's going to be fantastic charts shown to you in this video. Just remember that trading is risky. Never ever trade, never put positions on in any markets at all. Crypto, options, stocks, you name it, commodities, without putting your stops in first, okay? Now, what are we looking at? This video, 2604, coming at you on a Thursday night for Trading Friday, July 14th, 2023. Here's your Russell 2000. In our last video, traders, if we take away these bars, we were here and we said, wow, this is it. It is getting ready to go. Look at Russell blasting off. It is a perfect hold at the 100-bar moving average. And since then, this is what we've gotten. And that is a pretty strong up move, right? We've had a pretty strong move since. And it looks like it wants to move higher again, if you ask me, on Friday. Thursday night, it looks good, so I guess it does for Friday, too. I'm doing the video on Thursday night. It looks good for Friday. Russell 2000. Not my choice for Friday, though. I've been shopping around. Let's go look at another chart. E-mini S&P. You've seen this chart in several videos, every video for the last 3. The inverted head and shoulders, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, starting off the big rally that has ensued. And we've got a series of a high, a low, a higher high, a higher low, a higher high, a higher low, a higher high, a higher low. Just keeps happening. And look what's happened since. We've gone and put in a higher high, traders. When we left off last, these bars weren't here, and I mentioned to you that we were probably going to put in a higher high. Looked like that, and we went and did just that. Thank you, OMNI Analysis. So S&P looking great. Russell looking great. I don't see why they should stop now, but we've got other charts to look at. Let's go look at this one. In your Nasdaq, take a look at this. If you remember, now we're going to switch averages here. If you remember, I told you, use this average. I mentioned it to you in my webinar and in my last video to use this average to time your Nasdaq. And it's the 22-bar moving average. So we're here. These days didn't exist. This is tonight. This was Thursday, and Wednesday did not exist. And we did a video Tuesday night for Wednesday, and I said, look at all this support. These bullish charts I'm showing you basically means we're going to get a tame CPI report, and that is exactly what we got. And all this support, when I mentioned look at all that support, meaning you've got the major support line here, the purple one. Then you have another smaller, really tight trend line support, the bottom line of an apex. And you're at the average with a bullish OMNI, and this is what we've gotten since my last video on Wednesday. Now it's Thursday night, and look what happened. Bravo, right? And the OMNIACs have been getting long and catching it when we can. Today we missed our fill by a few ticks. Sorry, OMNIACs. Tonight we bought the lows so far, Thursday night for Friday. So we've caught it this week. We only missed one day so far. And there's another chart that I'd like to show you. Do you remember we discussed this? The dollar index. And I said, look, it's in a spiral down, and that tells me that the market is saying there is no immediate need for dollars because they're spiraling down. That means we're going to get a tame CPI number. Maybe even no interest rate hike. Well, this is what happened since my video Tuesday night for Wednesday. Look at how it fell apart. Yes, we had a tame CPI number, and maybe we will get no interest rate because the dollar has fallen apart, meaning if other countries thought that we needed, or they needed dollars to go buy interest rates because the U.S. is about to raise them, dollars would be going up right now, not down. Now, don't panic, please, if you're out there saying, Oscar, look at this dollar spiking. What's it mean? Nothing yet, I promise you. Until you see dollars below here, it'll mean nothing. Nothing. Don't sweat dollars unless they start getting below 87, and that's not even so bad. But under there, we'll discuss it. It gets lower than that. We'll see if it starts to matter. So that's when normally I hear what I have dubbed in my last 42 years, when you want to hear the singing of the blockheads in the street. You'll hear them start at 87, and you'll hear them really start singing at 77 dollar index. So we're nowhere near there. We just broke 100. We're at 99. Don't sweat it, kids. We're fine for now. Dollar can easily live in this area with no trouble at all. But it sure did show us that we were getting no CPI. We were getting a tame CPI number, and maybe it means no interest rate hike. The last chart I wanted to show you was this beautiful chart called Bitcoin. And if you remember, I pointed this F flag out when we were down at the bottom of it and said this is an Oscarism known as an F flag. It has held this 80-bar moving average enough for us to know that F flag is good and the market's moving higher. Well, look where we are now. Now we're right at the top of the F flag in Bitcoin, and likely will continue to work its way slowly higher. So Bitcoin's target remains, its projection remains intact, 85,000 price in Bitcoin, 2 years, 11 months from now. Traders, if you know me, I've made these projections before in Bitcoin. They have been dead on. I made this projection in Bitcoin when it was much lower, and it's already working its way up. Now, just remember who I am, kids. This chart, the E-mini S&P we'll go with for now, when we were down here, I put out my year-end projection, and I said, we're going all the way up to 5,400 maybe. We're going over 5,000, and everyone thought I was insane, and my fund manager friends told me, Oscar, you're wrong, and you're going to look stupid. All the fundamentals tell us it's going down, and all the fund managers put their customers in bonds and left them stuffed in bonds at 5.5% interest. Didn't believe, once again, my call would be right, but it's been right for 15 years. Why would these guys believe me again this year? What wouldn't make sense that I'd be right? In any event, they bet against the call, a lot of fund managers, when I put it out down here. Well, look where we are now, kids. So in the last 3 months alone, March, April, May, or I should say from March till June, because we did June as well, so 4 months. In 4 months, we went from the price of around $38.75, and we made our way to 45.5. Okay, if you don't know how to do math, let me help you out there. This tells us that we can easily, clearly reach 5,000 or even 5,300 before this year is over. You know what I mean? We've already done half of what we need to do, if not more, to get there. You know, it's going to go very close if it doesn't make it to that level. Year-end projection came out in February. Now, I am telling you that this Bitcoin projection is correct. It's a matter of time. I don't make these things up or conjure them. I am a fantastic graph reader. It is what I do. It is who I am, and it is how I can help you by you listening to me calling these fantastic calls with these graphs. And Bitcoin will get there. And as you know, I'm long Bitcoin waiting for it to go. Now, if you want to join me at livewithoscar.com, it's a free trading room. I am there all the time. There are no credit cards required. Just join the room. You can click the link below. It's free to sign up, and I will see you there. We'll get through these rough and tumble markets each day together. Thank you for joining in. Be careful out there, and remember, stops are in. Emotions are out. Rock and roll traders, have a great session on Friday, and I will see you all at livewithoscar.com.